sidebar, guys. I actually haven't been to this corner of the world in a very long time. I actually got into a horrible biking accident on Vanderbilt in Atlantic. Now, while the settlement would have paid for a Rolex Milgauss, I decided to pay off my student loans. Hi gang, I'm Patrick and welcome back to CSNB for another episode of New York Minute. I'm here in Brooklyn today to talk watches with Neil Carpenter of Carpenter Watches at his store, the Breukelen Watch Shop. This is a collaborative effort between him and another artist. They set up this shop just this year, so I'm here to discuss his watch line with him. They also do repairs and sell vintage pieces here as well. We're here for the Carpenter watch. Now guys, you might have noticed that Adam isn't with me today. Sadly, he was unavailable to make this interview, but that's all right. I've got Neil to join me, so we should be in good shape.
Starting?
Yeah. Hi Neil, so tell us about the shop. This is new for you. This opened up 2017. You're located in Brooklyn.
Yep.
But yeah, what do you guys do here at the shop?
We opened up in December. We've only been here a few months. Essentially, it's a place for me to work, so it's my office. Mm-hmm. It's also a repair shop for my partner, Jamie Brown, who owns J Watch in Manhattan. So this is her second venture. It's like a satellite store for her. In addition to that, we sell accessories. We sell a lot of straps daily. Correct. This is the only location that you can come and get a Carpenter watch in person. Great-grandfather had a pretty extensive pocket watch collection, and that was then handed down to my grandfather, then to my father, and hopefully me one day. So I felt that there was something special about something that could be handed down through generations and generations. I was formerly an industrial designer, and frankly I was a little sick of making things that were so disposable. So I wanted to create something, and it could have been anything, because with my training as an industrial designer we make various products and through various facets of industries, and it's just something that I had always been into. In searching for a perfect watch for me, I found that there wasn't anything that had very little ornamentation. Mm-hmm. So the simplicity of the watch is, I think, what sells it, as well as the size is across the board just kind of perfect. 40 millimeter, it's sellable. Mm-hmm. I think I'm personally into smaller watches because as vintage watches were typically 34, 32, but it was strictly from a sales point that it ended up being 40 millimeter that we went with. So I started out by searching for venture capitalists or people that were willing to invest in me, and it's difficult being from a design background and not having a business degree to create a business plan. So I was able to use my creative abilities to make really hot, beautiful video that appealed to people, and that in turn sold the product. It was more of a design element that sold the product rather than a business element. I don't know if I'd use it in the future because I've gotten to a point where Carpenter Watches is running itself. It's paying for itself, but from the beginning, absolutely. Yeah, so now that we've acquired funds to kind of do whatever we want, I don't have to go with the 40 millimeter anymore. We're definitely going to go smaller to a 36. And I'm able to kind of judge what I need to come out with next by customer feedback. So obviously this the current line is not really conducive to a bracelet. So the next watch is absolutely going to be a bracelet watch. I'm going to continue to use unique materials. I kind of have something against plating because we have a lot of watches that come into the shop here, as we're a repair shop, and they can only be polished for a certain amount of time, and to me a watch should last forever. So I did brass, I did stainless steel, and next in store we have bronze, which I thought was a very unique thing that I was doing. Lo and behold, everybody else just did it, but that usually goes with design.
So we can expect a bronze Carpenter watch.
Solid bronze bracelet, solid bronze case. I wanted to go with brass because my customers love it. We have people on social media taking pictures of how the brass ages, because it's such an experience that you can enjoy. And over time you can see it change, and people love that. So with the new watch I was going to go with brass, but brass, it doesn't work well on skin. Some people have allergies to it, so bronze is less allergenic.
So
it's a functional choice.
do you imagine you're going to continue with brass then for your customer base, or?
So there will always be brass field watches coming out. We keep everything to a limited number of around 50, and then we change one of the little subtleties, like we add a blue second hand, like a heat-treated blue second hand. So right now I have a prototype of the new Carpenter Gent. The previous watch was a field, so it was more durable, more World War II. This is more of a dress watch that features a solid bronze bracelet and the same subtle details that you'd find in a field. I believe it was a Hamilton khaki.
Really?
Yeah, Hamilton, strictly because I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and that's where Hamilton was from.
Gotcha. Nothing to do with its field watch aesthetic.
Yeah, had a little bit to do with it. If I were to collect, but I don't have to because I have a lot of my own watches, and I've pretty much sold my collection to afford Carpenter watches, but my strategy has always been to just buy watches that create their own in-house movements. It's as simple as that. There aren't many companies that create their movements in-house.
So you really don't have a collection per se. I mean, you're just using, you just wear your own watches.
I have a large collection of pocket watches that I kind of steal little details from as inspiration.
Really? Well, actually, tell us about that then. There's like not a lot of modern day gents wear our own pocket watches, right, although they're works of art, let alone great timepieces. So yeah, tell us about your pocket watch collection, or what timepieces you have.
So I think my pocket watch collection, which is actually my father's, or my great-grandfather's, consists of about 75 pieces. The majority of them are all American made, like Waltham, Hamilton. There's a couple of Omegas in there, but mostly American. Say my favorite watch brand is Zenith. I think they're kind of underrated. You know, when most people think of a really great, expensive watch, they go straight to Rolex, Omega, Patek. But Zenith is a great watch brand. Unfortunately, I think they were just bought by Hublot. So I don't know what's going to happen now. They were my favorite. They might not continue to be. And I think foremost, it's a great value. You're getting something very special and something very exclusive. And my customers love that. There's only 50 of these that will ever be made. We will never make the same one again. So I have a lot of customers that pick out custom numbers, like, oh, I need 007, and they offer me more money just to save them 007. So there's something about the exclusivity that my customers really like.
They're given serial numbers?
Yeah, so it's always 1 through 50 out of 50. Yeah.
Okay, so the three I'm seeing in this display case here, there's only 50 of each of those watches, so you have 150 watches.
It depends exactly which watch. Some of them are made in larger runs than other ones.
Got you. Oh, that's excellent. I did.
So it's like every Carpenter watch is a limited edition. Something special. I cannot express how pleasant that experience was. If you are ever interested in buying a Carpenter watch, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. I'm not affiliated. I won't make any money off of it, but I definitely think you guys should check it out. Neil is such a great guy, and he's doing such a good thing over at Carpenter Watches. If you haven't heard about the group, you should certainly check them out. Again, the link is in the description down below. At any rate, guys, if you like this video or you like this content, hit the like button. If you disliked it, that's okay too. If you want, and I highly encourage it, because we do segments like this all the time, or if you just love watch talk in general, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. There's a button down there, it says subscribe, you click it, and then you will get our content twice a week. So go ahead and do that. All right, guys, now I'm going to head home, but it's been a joy shooting this one for you. I will see you on the next one.